There has been talk on the internet about a OnePlus 3T killer which you can get for below 1,000 ringgit. So after some research, we came across this, the Vernee Mars Pro, a phone that matches the OnePlus when it comes to battery and RAM. We managed to acquire it and I got the chance to test the phone out for a couple of weeks. We would like to thank GearBest for sending over the phone, so shout out to the people over at GearBest. My name is Tarvin and this is my review of the Vernee Mars Pro. For a $190 phone, it feels very solid, and that complements the design that Vernee has brought to the phone, which also looks really great in its full metal body. The phone does have a fingerprint sensor, but it has a unique location on the side of the phone below the power button. Now that might seem like more of a practical position. Sadly, it does not pick up my fingerprint very well, even if I made sure to capture every part of my finger. One thing I found odd about the SIM tray is that the first SIM slot is a micro SIM card slot which supports 4G connection. The second slot, on the other hand, supports nano SIM but does not support 4G connection, which I would assume, seeing as the standard right now is nano SIM, that slot should be the one supporting 4G, but sadly that is not the case here. When it comes to the specs of the phone, you can see that for the price that you're paying, you're getting very decent specs and a good amount of RAM. But I'm quite disappointed with the screen. Colors seem to be washed out and making it very dull when comparing it to my OnePlus 3T. If I put the phone side by side, you can see a very obvious difference in the colors that the screen produces. However, this is probably due to the fact that the Vernee is using an LCD screen compared to the OnePlus 3T, which has an AMOLED screen. Aside from that, I am very pleased that they provided a stock Android experience and did not include any bloatware, which is a big thumbs up for me. Navigating the phone is a different story because it lags, like a lot, especially when waking the phone up from sleep, and it takes a while for it to settle down. It also shows some slowdown when launching apps and loading them as well. Where it shines, however, is in multitasking. That 6GB of RAM really helps the phone to open up more than needed apps for those of you that require many apps open at once. Something that the Vernee is better over the OnePlus 3T is the battery. Coming in at 3500 mAh, the phone will give you 1.5 days of usage as long as you're not pushing the phone over its limits. During my time of use, I've done things like messaging, listening to music, browsing Facebook, and light gaming. The phone could last well into the next day. If you do run out of battery, do not worry because the phone does have quick charging, accepting a power rating of 9V 2A, which is equivalent to Qualcomm's Quick Charge 2.0. When it comes to picture taking, that's where I was disappointed. Colors that are produced from the rear 13MP camera seem to be very washed out, making for a very dull image. The front 5MP camera does not take very nice shots, and the same color reproduction problems on the rear camera is also present here. Something I hope Vernee fixes in the future software updates. If you are looking to fix this issue by tweaking the camera settings, you will be let down as the camera software is very bare and lacks many options like the manual mode. The only two things you'll find here is the panorama shot and adding filters to your pictures, which I think is really nice as you get to see the live view of the filters before taking the picture, and it does offer unique filters. At the end of the day, for a price tag of $190, you are getting a phone that has a battery size bigger than some flagships we have seen and enough RAM for you to do all the multitasking that you need. However, it is probably not a phone that you should compare to the OnePlus 3T. But if you are looking for a phone with decent battery and enough RAM for you to do all your multitasking, then the Vernee Mars Pro will serve you very well. If you are interested in getting the phone, you can visit GearBest, which does ship to Malaysia. All the links will be in the description below.